Yo, what up, guys? Got something really special for you guys, I guess. I'm sure. I'm sure you guys have already kind of seen Daniel talking about it. He introduced my other car, which actually has been on this channel for a long time. It's just never really been that big of a thing until recently. I finally brought it back. I drove it out here to get a smog, and then with doing that, I was also gonna just come bring it, show it to the guys, because it's pretty low. I don't really get to drive it too much, and of course, when I did drive it, I hit a huge pothole in the ground, blew my oil pan. So kind of want to show you guys what I'm talking about and why I'm fixing it. The car doesn't even turn on. Well, it can turn on, but it's not supposed to. I don't want to blow like a rod knock or something. But yeah.
You don't want to end up like the GTR?
No, I don't. So here's the car.
Dope's gonna make noise.
It's already on the quick jacks and Dope's already going ham on it. If this video did come up after, we just gave away the free car wrap, so that's really cool. We're gonna be going out to Oregon and Washington, like that borderline. We're gonna go wrap Edgar's car. He has a really dope Evo X, which we've never seen before, so we're gonna get that information, then I'll probably show you guys here. You guys can see, I do have work wheels that were actually built by Nifty.
Tried them on the GTR.
Yeah, they'll definitely go with that silver colorway. Like, I mean, I think it goes. Oh, I'm sorry.
For what?
Because you're having to do this with me right now. I'm just filming.
I don't mind, it's fun. I just want to be a car guy.
So, you know that this automatically makes me have to help you with installing your wing now?
No, I just wrapped my car with all unit.
I've already wrapped your car.
Yeah, I know. You gotta do a new look.
So it looks like my exhaust is seized. Luckily, we have a bunch of WD-40 to the rescue. Thanks.
So you're just lubing up the bolts for the exhaust?
Yeah, I think they're pretty much seized because they've been sitting there for so long. Like,
So you guys might be wondering, why does Johnny have such a poop car? And it really is really like a crappy build, but I've had it for more than I can remember. It was a family car that got handed down to me, and I just thought, hey, let me just ruin it, slam it, make the wheels all tilty, cambered out and stuff. And yeah, now we have this piece of garbage behind me that you guys can see there. I have another car, a Focus ST, which is the complete polar opposite of this, and that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted to have two builds that were completely the opposite realms. But one thing with having a slammed stance car is it's very temperamental. You have to be very careful. You're always gonna have issues with wheels, tires. You're always gonna have issues with either leaking or something, and obviously the not being able to drive everywhere and scraping and all that stuff too.
small ass freaking. Wait, is this the right one? Yeah, it is. I need you to put down the camera over there, keep it filming, and pull this while I keep it straight.
Yo, so basically right now we're trying to take off the exhaust J-pipe, and once you get that out, you can actually just swing it out of the way and get more access to the oil pan. But while doing so, one of the bolts is seized, just like my oil pan. We totally cracked this socket here, actually right there. But yeah, don't cheap out on tools. Luckily we have a bunch of these. This is probably one of the extra ones we had laying around.
Okay, nice.
Map gas. You didn't get it hot enough, guys.
Don't let the bolt drop in your hand.
Catch the bolt.
Just leave it, dude. Like that.
Just spraying with water.
So the trick is to get it super red hot, and only map gas could do it. Propane can't.
Time to get the last other bolts of the J-pipe. Once this J-pipe's out of the way, or once these bolts are out of the way, this J-pipe can literally swivel out. And that's what Dope's doing right now. So we made progress. It was really hard to get all the nuts off, but we're just gonna make it extra easy on ourselves and actually just take the whole exhaust off, and that's what Anthony's doing right there. All right, guys, so we got the exhaust out of the way. Dope's actually getting off the bolts that hold on to the oil pan, which is over in that general area. There's a couple bolts that bolt onto the transmission, and then there's a couple bolts that bolt onto, I guess, the actual oil pan that hold onto the oil pan. There's some that are covered by the subframe, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off my oil filter and try to jimmy around the subframe, try to get the bolts that are under it. So that's how long these bolts are, and we're having to do them pretty much all by hand, which kind of sucks, but whatever.
What's the news, Johnny? What's the news?
We got it off, bro. Day
Yeah!
2. It's not even the day. It's literally the next day after we worked all day. Got all the bolts off. Thank you to Christian. Especially thank you to you, Dope, behind the camera. And,
Thanks, Christian.
Is that last damn bolt?
Yeah, all we gotta do is just hammer this out a little bit more. Can you bring that jack on the opposite side so we can jack up the motor a little bit?
You got it, buddy.
Let's see if I can.
Oh wait, I thought you got it off already.
It's coming off, buddy.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, there it is, my boy.
Here she blows.
Jack's right behind you. Where's it going?
You just jack up very gently on the actual motor right here.
Here?
We're gonna jack up the motor so I can get more room to pull this thing out. Right there, right there, right there.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Woo! Sweet freedom.
Watch your fingers, okay?
Are you just gonna let it fall?
Have to. It's caught on something. I just don't know what. Alright guys, so I got pretty much the oil pan all the way loose with the help of jacking the motor up by Christian. And as you guys can see, I changed my clothing because why wouldn't you want to work on your car that's completely filthy and filled with oil with a white sweatshirt on, you know? So basically all I should do now is just let go of this thing.
That was far easier than all the work that went into that.
Yeah, everything we just showed and we went through. But let's see the damage on the actual oil pan really quick.
Let's pull it out.
I wonder if we're actually gonna be able to see anything from above. Oh yeah, holy shit.
So that's the big crack here, but there was also a bigger crack right here.
All the way along there. Jesus. You wanna flip it upside down? I mean, we can clean whatever up, I guess. Oh, damn. So, here, and then there as well. So initially we only saw the one on the bottom side, and then Johnny discovered that one today or yesterday.
Just right now.
Brand spanking new one right there.
Yes.
No cracks.
No cracks at all. I wish this was made out of steel. It would be a lot better and it would help me a lot more, but you gotta make do with what you got. I do want to like compare them. I want to see if this one's maybe a little more flush. So the only main difference is this one has a bolt that goes right there, and this one absolutely doesn't have that bolt. I'm really banking on the fact that that's not necessary and that hole is completely useless.
I'ma go into this. This is gorilla.
Alright guys, so thank you guys for making it this far into the video. Pretty much the whole ordeal was just scrambled and literally it was just a headache the whole time. We ordered the wrong part, we finally got the right part, which, you know, went from being $100 to $300, and you're gonna put me on blast, bro. Alright, so yeah, it was just a crazy ordeal. I'm sorry we didn't really get to show you a lot of crazy footage of everything that went through, but big shout out to Anthony, big shout out to Christian, and just shout out to the guys for letting me borrow the space in the shop for this long. And as you guys can see, the car is all lowered now. I just have to lift it up, get it off these blocks, and pull it outside. But pretty much the car is an 07 Acura TL. It's on work LS 207 wheels, and it's on some really stretched tires. It's all static, it's not bagged, so that's why it looks pretty beat up. My bumper's all, you know, do it again. It's for easy access, bro. If I need to take this bumper off, just rip it off, you're good. Other than that, I mean, it's just a really cool daily driver. It's a V6, it's got power, but I mean, I don't really go anywhere with it either way. Car's so low that the guys don't let me leave without raising up the car, but as soon as Daniel leaves, I'm actually gonna pull the car out.
Yeah, because when you drive that shit right off this freaking gauge, you're gonna crack the oil pan again. There you go.
And that's why you don't want negative people in your life. All right, guys, see you guys in the next video.